Hello, and welcome to English Podcast with Missy. Here we learn English for real life. Clear, slow, and simple. Let's learn English together. Are you ready? Let's begin. Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to our cozy corner for English and stories. I'm Missy, and today I'm excited to take you on a little adventure to the beach. A place full of sunshine, gentle waves, and relaxing moments. There's something so special about the beach, isn't there? The sound of the waves, the smell of the salty air, the feeling of warm sand under your feet. It's a place where you can slow down and enjoy simple pleasures. In this episode, we'll explore 8 useful English chunks. Short, natural phrases that you can use when talking about days at the beach or seaside holidays. We'll also hear a little story about a perfect day by the sea, with moments of calm, fun, and even a small surprise. So, find a comfy spot, relax, and let's dive into our beach story together. Let's go. It was one of those mornings when the sky was so bright and blue that you felt it would be a crime to stay indoors. I packed a towel, sunscreen, a good book, and a small picnic into my bag, then headed out to meet my friend Anna. The air smelled fresh and salty as soon as we arrived at the beach. We took a moment just to breathe deeply, feeling the cool breeze on our faces. The sound of the waves crashing gently against the shore was like music, calming and steady. Before doing anything else, I decided to dip my toes in the water. The sea felt cold at first, but in a refreshing, wake-you-up kind of way. We smiled and quickly agreed it was the perfect time to go for a swim. The water was calm, with only gentle ripples, and the sun warmed our backs as we swam slowly out into the sea. We chatted and laughed as we floated on the water, staring up at the bright blue sky dotted with a few white clouds. After a while, we came back to the shore. I spread out my towel and decided to lie in the sun for a bit. Anna pulled out her book, while I closed my eyes and let the warmth of the sun sink deep into my skin. It felt wonderful to soak up the sun without thinking about emails, deadlines, or any kind of rush. Later on, we noticed 2 children near the water's edge trying to build a sandcastle. The tide kept creeping in, slowly washing away their walls. Anna and I decided to join in and help. We dug deep trenches to stop the water, piled the sand high, and decorated the top with pretty shells we found nearby. It became a fun group project, and by the end we had built a sandcastle strong enough to withstand the waves for quite some time. Feeling proud of our work, we decided to take a stroll along the shore. Walking barefoot on the wet sand felt soft and cool beneath our feet. Every few steps, we stopped to collect seashells, smooth white ones, striped ones, and even tiny spiral shells. My pockets quickly became heavy with these little treasures from the sea. On our way back, something unexpected happened. Half buried in the sand, I spotted something shiny, a delicate silver necklace with a tiny heart pendant. I picked it up carefully and looked around. Nearby, a woman gasped and quickly came over. It belonged to her daughter, who had lost it earlier in the day. She thanked me again and again, and I couldn't stop smiling, feeling happy to help. As the day came to an end, the sky started changing colors. We sat down and watched the sunset together, seeing the sky melt into beautiful shades of gold, pink, and deep orange. It was the perfect ending to a perfect day. We had gone for a swim, lain in the sun, built a sand castle, collected seashells, watched the sunset, and even had a little adventure to remember. Let's review the useful chunks we learned today. I'll say the chunk first, then explain what it means and give you an example sentence. Dip your toes in the water. To put just your toes or feet in the water, usually to check the temperature before swimming. Example. Before jumping in, I dipped my toes in the water to see if it was warm enough. Go for a swim. To enter the water and swim, usually for fun or exercise. Example. It was a hot day, so we decided to go for a swim in the sea. Lie in the sun. To rest on the ground or a surface, letting sunlight shine on you. Example. After swimming, I lay in the sun to dry off and relax. Soak up the sun. To enjoy the sunlight, usually by sitting or lying outside. Example. On holiday, I like to sit outside and soak up the sun. Build a sand castle. To make a small castle or structure from sand, often at the beach. Example. The children spent hours building a sand castle near the water. Take a stroll along the shore. To walk slowly and casually next to the water's edge. Example. We took a stroll along the shore, enjoying the cool breeze and the sound of the waves. Collect seashells. To pick up shells from the beach and keep them. Example. I collected seashells of all shapes and sizes during my walk. Watch the sunset. To look at the sun as it goes down in the evening. Example. We sat on the beach to watch the sunset paint the sky in beautiful colors. Today, we learned 8 useful chunks you can use to talk about a day at the beach. Try to say them aloud and imagine yourself doing each activity. The more you hear and use these phrases, the more natural they will become in your own conversations. Remember, chunks are powerful because they give you ready-made pieces of language that you can use right away. And that's the end of our little seaside adventure today, my friends. Thank you so much for listening and spending this special time with me. I hope you enjoyed our beach story and found these chunks useful for your own English learning. Next time you talk about holidays, travel, or fun days outside, try using 1 or 2 of these phrases. The more you practice, the more confident you will feel. Maybe soon you'll be at the beach yourself, feeling the warm sand under your feet, listening to the waves, and describing every moment with these new words. If you want to listen again or share the story, you can find the link in the show notes below. Until then, take care, keep enjoying your English journey, and I'll see you in the next story.